individual receive income from two sources. So the income comes from two sources. Paid work, earned income, which is remunerated at a rate of value per hour. Okay, so this is your earned income. Non-labor income. Okay, so non-labor income here is defined as not N, but R. So this person has T units of time available for work or leisure. In the past, we used to call this one H. So you see, the point M is that all the definition will keep changing to ensure that you don't memorize any equation. Okay? That's how in the context of the model is called H. Now this is called what? T. Utility function come from where? Who's C? C is the amount of money that you spend on consumption. 2C times the price of C. Also come from leisure. But your utility function here should disturb you. You don't put leisure. You put what? H. H is the labor supply. As if people derive utility from working. So she purposely disturb you. Derived from leisure. But so it's no problem because if you give labor supply, the reverse of labor supply is leisure anyway. Understand? So she purposely write a disturbing utility function to trick you. But it's okay. I don't think we derive utility from labor supply, right? From leisure. But from here we can find leisure anyway. Okay. From this equation, derive the labor supply curve. And from this equation, determine whether the labor supply curve is backward bending. So how do you do? And of course, the fastest way is still the same. So write down the utility function so that we can solve in mathematics. Okay, so when you solve the math yourself, as I said before, don't attempt to go and memorize any equation in any. It won't work. Alright, so every equation you have to solve. First, we are told that the utility is this. So we want to maximize utility. Subject to what? The budget constraint. Okay, wait. You cannot go and memorize the other budget constraint. This one, the budget constraint is which one? Sell for me. In the context of this model, the budget constraint is what? Okay, so you see now you say, the answer is here. 1. Why this is the budget constraint? In the exam you will not see this. You have to divide this. This is the budget constraint. Why? C is really expressed in money. The amount of money that you spend on this C, right? Really expressed in dollar value. It's the amount of money that you spend on consumption. Therefore, total spending on C, total spending on this C is this, right? I said before on the budget line, the budget line shows the maximum quantity of two things you can buy, right? So therefore, on the budget line, this total spending on C must be equal to what? Total income. in this question, what's the total income? Non-labor income. Okay, so it's not called M, now we call R. What other income? Earned income. Earned income is how much? The wage per hour times the number of hours you work. The number of hours worked is defined as what? So therefore, this is earned income. Clear? Okay, so this is a budget constraint. So once you can create the equation, then everything will be very smooth. Right? You get the thing correct already, you can now solve this problem instantly. First, to maximize utility. What's utility? Maximize utility. Which one is the utility? Okay? So we're going to maximize this. Subject to what? The budget constraint. Okay, so very simple. So in mathematics, this is called what? Constraint. Constraint in English is called what? Must obey. So you have to be obedient. In this here, you must obey. Here, you must write as what? In order to be obedient, here, you must write as what? Okay, so put this inside here. Yeah. So put this inside here. That's why here you see is this. Oh. Now, of course, naturally, in mathematics, once you put this inside here, this is gone. So utility is no longer a function of this anymore. You agree? Once you put this inside here, this is gone. It's no longer expressed as this one. So utility is no longer a function of this anymore. It's just a function of H. Finish. Now, since the question asks you to derive the labor supply curve, to derive the labor supply curve, labor wish to maximize utility, right? By finding how many hours of leisure you have. Now, how many hours of leisure is the inverse of how many hours of work, right? They're the same thing. We don't have leisure here. But okay. Because leisure and labor supply are the reverse product. Okay, so therefore, we find this first and work backward. So du over dh, you get this. So if we differentiate u with respect to h, what do you get? Okay, so simple differentiation. This will be this. You all require a differentiation. Do I need to explain how to differentiate a log E? How you want to differentiate log E? How to differentiate log E?
1 over something.
It's just the inverse of it. Right? The inverse of it. the reciprocal. 1 divided by this. Okay? 1 divided by this. Then go inside and differentiate with respect to h. This becomes 0, this becomes h. Become 1, so you're left with w. This is differentiating with respect to h. This one becomes 0. That's why you're left with. Alright. In the same manner here, the same. 1 over this, then go inside and differentiate with respect to h become minus 1. Okay, problem solved. Okay? Now to maximize utility, you then set equal to 0 in h. And now solve for h. How to solve for h? First, there's one h here, and there's one h here. How to solve for h? Okay, so left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, yeah. Okay. Because I already solved for you, so it's all left, right.